Behind the thief there is a whisper that never fades. The shadows dance in the light, bringing dark memories. In the dark I search, a light at the end of the silence. Of the shadows lurk, finding the soul never leaving. In the dark I search, a light at the end of the silence. Of the shadows lurk, finding the soul never leaving. In the dark I search, a light at the end of the silence. But the shadows lurk, finding the soul never leaving. My steps are heavy in the mortal corridor, where time stops for a moment. With flowers when placed the ground, accompanying the endless sorrow. The silent walls whisper sadly, calling your name in my heart. which I can never escape. Beyond the fake fog, there is a whisper that never fades. Dark shadows dance in the night, bringing dark memories. In the dark I search, the light at the end of the silence. But the shadows lurk, binding the soul, never leaving. In the dark I search, a light at the end of the silence. But the shadows lurk, binding the soul, never leaving. My steps are heavy in the mortal corridor, where time stops for a moment. Withered flowers embrace the ground, accompanying the endless sorrow. The silent walls whisper sadly, calling your name in my heart. But it's all just an illusion which is destroyed in tragic harmony. In the dark I search, a light at the end of the silence. But the shadows lurk, binding the soul, never leaving. In the dark I search, a light at the end of the silence. But the shadows lurk, binding the soul, never leaving. My steps are heavy in the mortal corridor, where time stops for a moment, winding the soul, never leaving. In the dark I search, a light at the end of the silence. But the shadows lurk, binding the soul, never leaving. The steps are heavy in the mortal corridor, where time stops for a moment, where the flowers embrace the ground, accompanying the endless sorrow. The dark sky embraces silence. The moon fades, the silence groans. I'm trapped in a dream which I can never escape. The silent walls whisper sadly, calling your name in my heart. But it's all just an illusion, which is destroyed in tragic harmony. In the dark I search, a light at the end of the silence. But the shadows lurk, binding the soul, never leave. In the dark I search, a light at the end of the silence. But the shadows lurk, binding the soul, never leaving. My steps are heavy in the mortal corridor, where time stops for a moment, where the flowers embrace the ground, accompanying the endless sorrow. Behind the thick fog, there is a whisper that never fades. Dark shadows dance in the night, bringing dark memories. I drown in the dark ocean, but my pulse keeps beating. Even though the night's getting darker, small hope still burns silently. And if tomorrow never comes, let me drown in the jungle. Behind the fog I will still wait the eternal dark shadow. My steps are heavy in the mortal corridor, where time stops for a moment, where the flowers embrace the ground and caught me in the endless sorrow. Behind the city and the mortal corridor, where it stops for a moment, where the flowering molar escape. I drown in the dark ocean, but my pulse keeps beating. Even though the night's getting darker, small hope still burns silently. Behind the thick fog, there is a whisper that never fades. Dark shadows dance in the night, bringing dark memories in. I drown in a dark ocean, but my pulse keeps beating. Even though the night is getting darker, a small hope still burns silently. Behind the thick fog, there is a whisper that never fades. Dark shadows dance in the night, bringing dark memories. The sign of walls whispers sadly, calling your name in my heart, but it's all just an illusion, which is destroying tragic harmony. In the dark I search, a light at the end of the silence, but the shadows lurk, binding the soul, never leaving. In the dark I search, a light at the end of the silence, but the shadows lurk, binding the soul, never leaving. In the dark I search, a light at the end of the silence, but the shadows lurk, binding the soul, never leaving. My steps are heavy in the mortal corridor, where time stops for a moment, where the flowers embrace the ground, accompanying the endless sorrow. Behind the thick fog, there is a whisper that never fades. Dark shadows dance in the night, bringing dark memories. I drown in the dark ocean, but my pulse keeps beating. Even though the night is getting darker, a small hope still burns silently. And if tomorrow never comes, let me drown in the jungle. Behind the fog, the world still waits me down on dark shadow. In the dark I search, a light at the end of the silence, but the shadows lurk, binding the soul, never leaving. In the dark I search, a light at the end of the silence, but the shadows lurk, binding the soul, never leaving. The dark sky embraces silence. The moon fades, the silence grows. I'm trapped in a dream, which I can never escape. I drown in a dark ocean, but my pulse keeps beating. Even though the night is getting darker, a small hope still burns silently. And if tomorrow never comes, let me drown in the jungle. Beyond the fog, the world still waits me down on dark shadow. I'm drown in a dark ocean, I'll never leave. And if tomorrow never comes, let me drown in the jungle. Behind the fog, I will still wait, the eternal dark shadow. My steps are heavy in the mortar corridor, where time stops for a moment, where the flowers embrace the ground, accompanying the endless sorrow. In the dark I search, a light at the end of the silence, but the shadows lurk, binding the soul, never leaving. In the dark I search, a light at the end of the silence, but the shadows lurk, finding the soul, never leaving. The silent walls whisper sadly, calling your name in my heart. But it's all just an illusion, which is destroyed in tragic harmony. Behind the big fog, there is a whisper that never fades. Dark shadows dance in the night, bringing dark memories. I'm drawn in a dark ocean, but my pulse keeps beating. Even though the night is getting darker, small hope still burns silently. And if tomorrow never comes, let me drown in the jungle. Behind the fog, I will still wait, the eternal dark shadow. In the dark I search, the light at the end of the silence, but the shadows lurk, finding the soul, never leaving. The dark I'll in the dark sky waits the silence. The moon fades, the silence roams. I'm trapped in a dream which I can never escape. The silent walls whisper sadly, calling your name in my heart. But it's all just an illusion, which is destroyed in tragic harmony. Behind the thick fog, there is a whisper that never fades. Dark shadows dance in the night, bringing dark memories. drowning in a dark ocean, but my pulse keeps beating. Even though the night is getting darker, swallows still burn silently. Tomorrow raises silence, the moon fades, the silence grows. Being trapped in a dream which I can never escape. And if tomorrow never comes, let me drown in the jungle behind the fog. I will still wait the eternal dark shadow. In the dark I search the light at the end of the silence, but the shadows lurk, finding the soul never leaving. In the dark I search a light at the end of the silence, but the shadows lurk, finding the soul never leaving. In the dark I search a light at the end of the silence, but the shadows lurk, finding the soul never leaving. But the silent walls whisper sadly, calling your name in my heart, but it's all just an illusion, which is destroyed in tragic harmony. Behind the big fog, there is a whisper that never fades. Dark shadows dance in the night, bringing dark memories. I drown in a dark ocean, but my pulse keeps beating. Even though the night is getting darker, a small hope still burns silently. My steps are heavy in the mortal corridor, where time stops for a moment. Withered flowers embrace the ground, accompanying the endless sorrow. In the dark I search a light at the end of the silence, but the shadows lurk, finding the soul never leaving. The dark sky embraces silence, the moon fades, the silence grows. I'm trapped in a dream which I can never escape. And if tomorrow never comes, let me drown in the jungle. Behind the fog I will still wait the eternal dark shadow. In the dark I search a light at the end of the silence, but the shadows lurk, finding a soul never leaving. In the dark I search a light at the end of the silence, but the shadows lurk, finding a soul never leaving. And if tomorrow never comes, let me drown in the jungle. Behind the fog I lost the weight, the eternal dark shadow. In the dark I search a light at the end of the silence, but the shadows lurk, finding the soul never leaving. melody, calling your name in my heart. But it's all just an illusion, which is a story in tragic harmony. Behind the thick fog, there is a whisper that never fades. Dark shadows dance in the night, bringing dark memories. I drown in a dark ocean, and my pulse keeps beating. Even though the light is getting darker, a small hope still burns silently. My steps are heavy in the mortal corridor, where time stops for a moment, where the flowers embrace the ground, accompanying the endless flow. In the dark I search, I lie at the end of the silence, but the shadows lurk, hiding the storm never leaving. The dark sky embraces silence, the moon fades, the silence grows. I'm trapped in a dream, which I can never escape. Behind the thick fog, there is a whisper that never fades. Dark shadows dance in the night, bringing dark memories. The dead sky embraces silence, the moon fades, the silence grows. I'm trapped in a dream which I can never escape. In the dark I search, a light at the end of the silence, but the shadows lurk, binding the soul, never leaving. My steps are heavy in the mortal corridor, where time stops for a moment, where the flowers embrace the ground, accompanying the endless sorrow. The dark sky embraces silence, the moon fades, the silence grows. I'm trapped in a dream which I can't ever escape. In the dark I search, a light at the end of the silence, but the shadows lurk, binding the soul, never leaving. The dark sky embraces silence, the moon fades, the silence grows. Trapped in a dream which I can never escape. In the dark I search, a light at the end of the silence, but the shadows lurk, binding the soul, never leaving. My steps are heavy in the waters, let me drown in the jungle. Behind the fog I will feel waves, the eternal dark shadow. Eternal dark shadow. And if tomorrow never comes, let me drown in the jungle. Behind the fog, I will still wait the eternal dark shadow. In the thick fog, there is a whisper that never fades. Dark shadows dance in the night, bringing dark memories. In the dark I search a light at the end of the silence, but the shadows lurk, binding the soul, never leaving. My steps are heavy in the mortal corridor, where time stops for a moment. Withered flowers embrace the ground, accompanying the endless sorrow. The silent walls whisper silently, calling your name in my heart. But it's all just an illusion, which is destroying tragic harmony. In the dark I search a light at the end of the silence, but the shadows lurk, binding the soul, never leaving. My steps are heavy in the mortal corridor, where time stops for a moment. Withered flowers embrace the ground, accompanying the endless sorrow. The silent walls whisper silently, calling your name in my heart. But it's all just an illusion, which is destroying tragic harmony. In the dark I search a light at the end of the silence, but the shadows lurk, binding the soul, never leaving. I drown in a dark ocean, but my pulse keeps beating. Even though the night is getting darker, a small hope still burns silently. In the dark I search a light at the end of the silence, but the shadows lurk, binding the soul, never leaving. The dark sky embraces silence, the moon fades, the silence grows. I'm trapped in a dream which I can never escape. Down in a dark ocean, but my pulse keeps beating. Even though the night is getting darker, a small hope still burns silently. Behind the thick fog, there is a whisper that never fades. Dark shadows dance in the night, bringing dark memories. In the dark I search a light at the end of the silence, but the shadows lurk, binding the soul, never leaving. My steps are heavy in the mortal corridor, where time stops for a moment. Withered flowers embrace the ground, accompanying the endless sorrow. The silent walls whisper sadly, calling your name in my heart. But it's all just an illusion, which is destroyed in tragic harmony. In the dark I search a light at the end of the silence, but the shadows lurk, binding the soul, never leaving. In the dark I search a light at the end of the silence, My pulse keeps beating, even though the night is getting darker. A small hope still burns silently. Behind the thick fog, there's a whisper that never fades. Dark shadows dance in the night, bringing dark memories. In the dark I search a light at the end of the silence, but the shadows lie, finding the soul never leaving. My steps are heavy in the mortal corridor, where time stops for a moment. Withered flowers embrace the ground, accompanying the endless sorrow. Behind the thick fog, there is a whisper, there is a whisper. There is a whisper that never fades. There are people that never. Behind the thick fog, there is a whisper that never fades, that never fades. Dark shadows dance in the night, bringing dark memories. In the dark I search a light at the end of the silence, but the shadows lie, finding the soul never leaving. My steps are heavy in the mortal corridor, where time stops for a moment. Withered flowers embrace the ground, accompanying the endless sorrow. My steps are heavy in the mortal corridor, where time stops for a moment. Withered flowers embrace the ground, accompanying the endless sorrow. Thy silent walls whisper sadly, calling your name in my heart. But it's all just an illusion, which is destroyed in tragic harmony. In the dark I search a light at the end of the silence, but the shadows lie, finding the soul never leaving. And if tomorrow never comes, let me drown in the jungle. Behind the fog I will still wait, eternal dark shadow. And dark, dark sky embraces silence, and more fades, the silence grows. I'm trapped in a dream, which I can never escape. That never fades. Dark shadows dancing the night, bringing dark memories. In the dark I search a light at the end of the silence, but the shadows lurk, finding the soul never leaving. My steps are heavy in the mortal corridor, where time stops for a moment. With the flowers embrace the ground, I come running in the endless sorrow. just illusion, which is destroyed in tragic harmony. I drown in a dark ocean, but my pulse keeps beating. Even though the night is getting darker, a small hope still burns, silently. And if tomorrow never comes, let me drown in the jungle. Behind the fog, I will still wait for the eternal dark shadow. In the dark, I search a light at the end of the silence. But the shadows lurk, finding the soul never leaving. The dark sky embraces silence. The moon fades, the silence groans. I'm trapped in a dream which I can never escape. In the dark I search a light at the end of the silence. But the shadows lurk, finding the soul never leaving. Behind the thick fog, there is a whisper that never fades. Dark shadows dance in the night, bringing dark memories. In the dark I search a light at the end of the silence. But the shadows lurk, finding the soul never leaving. My steps are heavy in the mortal corridor, where time stops for a moment. Where the flowers embrace the ground, accompanying the endless sorrow. The silent walls whisper sadly, calling your name in my heart. But it's all just an illusion, which is destroyed in tragic harmony. Down in a dark ocean, but my pulse keeps beating. Even though the night is getting darker, small hope still burns silently. And if tomorrow never comes, let me drown in the jungle. Behind the fog, I will still wait for eternal dark shadow. In the dark I search a light at the end of the silence. But the shadows lurk, binding the soul, never leaving. My steps are heavy, the more corridor, the more to go. The moon fades, the silence grows, I'm trapped in a dream, which I can never escape. In the dark I search a light at the end of the silence. But the shadows lurk, binding the soul, never leaving. The dark sky embraces silence. The moon fades, the silence grows. I'm trapped in a dream which I can